Hello all, this is Dayron Tippins. I'm going to do a presentation on the origins of academia, which is a comparison between Plato and Aristotle. Let's begin with the beginnings. First we have the pre-Socratics. The pre-Socratic were a group of people before the Athenians that sought rational explanations rather than look to the supernatural. Forgive me if I butcher these names, but first we have Thales, who believed that the basic element of the universe was water. Then Heraclitus, who believed that the basic element was fire rather, and Democritus, who kind of built on their knowledge and created the atomic theory, which was based off of their ideas. All these guys, this is just a few of them, but all these guys, culminating in the pre-Socratic theory that the universe was made up of earth, air, water, and fire, which put me in mind of this cartoon. We're not gonna look at the whole thing, but you get the gist. Um, then we have the sophists, which were a group of individuals that believe excellence could and should be taught. And they began to teach for a fee, which drew a lot of criticism for the fee that they charged for the instruction. Uh, which I got another one of my corny jokes down here, but I said that they wouldn't be Bernie Sanders supporters, but you know, ha ha. Then we come to Socrates, who was believed to be a sophist, but did not charge a fee. He taught critical thinking through practice. In these conversations, he would draw on a general topic and then narrow that topic down to its essential relevance. This was known as the Socratic method. Um, then I got just a little timeline here of his demise. Um, we got complaints here. He was criticized for questioning the traditions of Athens. And when Athens was defeated by the Spartans, um, he was sentenced to death by poison, um, which, well, he was sentenced to death because he was believed to be unpatriotic, and he had plenty of opportunities to get away, but I guess he just thought through all those and decided to die. Which brings us to our subject matter, the first being Plato. Let's look at Plato as a student. Plato was the student and champion of Socrates. Saying Plato was a student of Socrates is pretty self-evident, but the reason I say champion, because Plato documented the life and the demise of his beloved instructor. I believe Socrates' death uh, deeply affected Plato. Um, Next, we look at Plato as the teacher. Plato founded the academy, a school dedicated to philosophy. Plato's theory consisted of two worlds: the impermanent realm, or the world that is viewed through the senses, in in a constant change, in a constant state of change. Um, and then also there's the eternal realm, the world of forms or the essence of true reality or existence. These became known as the Platonic ideas. The overarching idea being that true knowledge comes by contemplation, not just mere observation. And then next we have Aristotle. Let's look at him as the student. Aristotle was a student of Plato, but not only. Aristotle was the product of the sacrifices, thoughts, efforts of all that came before him, each building on the blocks of another, from the sophist to Socrates, from Socrates to Plato, and from Plato to the academy. Now we look at Aristotle as the master. Aristotle believed that true knowledge was attained by observation and analysis, not just contemplation. He believed that everything had a function, and to know something, one had to know its function. Aristotle's mind was unbridled, embracing thoughts on ethics, natural science, physics, politics, poetry, and art. And in summary, we have their contributions, Plato and Aristotle, both contributing to academia, and which was the greatest Greek influence on Western culture. Plato's contribution was mainly philosophic, and Aristotle's contribution was more scientific. And if you notice in this graph here, I have Aristotle just a little bit higher than Plato, because I think he made a bigger contribution. But that's my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.